Alright, what is going on, my friend? Welcome to the video. My name's Brando Linick, and we are live. Alright, there we go. I just had to place the camera there if you're wondering, why my hands are up there. But got a couple notes here, and what I want to talk about is how to start a business. I just want to start a conversation with you, and this is going to be critical, alright? I'm going to try and, cover some information that can save you a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Having started a couple different types of businesses in the last 3 years, I'm no guru, but I've started some things that worked, some things that didn't work. The things that did work, dealing with supplies, equipment, employees, all the things that go with the territory of what we're going to talk about here, which is how to start, I guess you could say, a shipping and handling business or a cargo business in a sense. It's a simple business to start. I mean, there's nothing rocket science to it. You can start off by, first and foremost, you can start off in your home, which I think is pretty cool. And this is something I personally have had really close friends of mine venture into, and having seen them start from the ground up, having helped them out along the way with a little bit of things when they couldn't really get some employees. And I'll tell you, the process of starting your own shipping and handling cargo business, it can be as simple as building relationships with manufacturers, building relationships with wholesalers, alright, building relationships with distributors, and then being the middleman for those people, alright, cutting them a profit, something that their competitors cannot do because they're too big. Like if you're looking at most competitors, most cargo businesses, most shipping and handling businesses, you got UPS, you have FedEx, you have like Amazon's delivery system, you have all these places, and Amazon's doing a good job with like their drone system. I think that's really cool to cut down the cost of actual shipping and handling, because you don't have to go into a vehicle, you don't have to ship it with a person. But you got to keep in mind that's still light years ahead, where you can actually have something travel through the air for miles, and you have the upper hand in a sense where you can offer lower cost services if you have different types of connections, alright? And you got to have your own system and process to, be able to distribute, alright, things from a manufacturer, alright, to a certain location that it has to go through. And that's one way that you can tackle it. Another way you can tackle it with a cargo business is just making sure that shipments arrive on time, just making sure that shipments are packed properly, making sure that your crew packs things properly. That's another form of it. So instead of actually building relationships with manufacturers and wholesalers and doing the shipping yourself, you're like the middleman still, but you're more so the person who's only a part of one process. And this could be an overseas process, this could be with a plane that you've bought out, okay, and then having your own cargo business through there, dealing with like cars, dealing with clothing items, dealing with different types of things. So there's a lot of different ways you could tackle it, and without trying to get all confusing and overwhelming here, best tip I would give you when it comes to starting a cargo business, if you're looking at this to start a simple business because you can make money, it is a simple business, alright, but dealing with some of the overhead of running with the equipment, running with the supplies and the vehicles needed, and the process of taking things from point A, moving them to point B, and maintaining it on an everyday, weekly, monthly basis, it can be draining, alright? Just gonna be honest with you completely up front. And if you're looking to build a business to make money, if that's really what you're looking for, I've got a lead I want to throw your way that can save you a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And if you hear me out here for a minute, my experience with this goes back a year ago when I transitioned from a traditional business dealing with supplies, equipment, employees, all that stuff, and working like 18 hours a day, sometimes paying employees more than I was getting paid, and I came across a person who was building a business on the internet without any of that. They're working from their laptop, making a high multiple six-figure income business, and doing so without dealing with products, alright? Without dealing with physical products, I should say. They had products and services, but it was online, and they weren't dealing with shipping and handling or inventory, okay? And because they weren't dealing with that, I'm telling you, it can dredge you if you're dealing with that, which goes with the territory of a cargo business. Because they weren't dealing with that, I started to model and copy what they were doing. They had time freedom, location freedom, money freedom to do what they wanted to do when they wanted to do it, and those are not average or typical results. I'm not guaranteeing you the same results if you start an internet business, but cool part was, started to model and copy them. First month in, quit my job, alright? total of 90 days later, was able to create a full-time income business working part-time, worked my butt off at that to do that on the internet, and had to learn some things like you'd have to in any business. But if you're only looking at building a business to create time, freedom, leverage, and flexibility, to have a high profit margin, all right, if that's what you're looking for, learn to decrease your overhead and workload. And the internet, my friend, is the best modality you could tap into. Learn to build a business on the internet if you want to build a business to have time, freedom, leverage, and flexibility, and be able to actually make a high profit margin where you can afford what you want to do, but also have the time freedom to enjoy what you want to do, all right? And I hope this video review makes sense, and if this did, and you're following me here, and in closing with this video, you want to learn how to build a business online, you're willing to put in the work, you're willing to learn some things, all right, without dealing with supplies, equipment, employees, using systems online to do the heavy lifting for you so you don't have to deal with that stuff, which can, just be draining, like I said, then connect with me on my site if you want to learn to build a business online. I'll put the link down below. It's 123marketingtips.com. Even if you don't connect with me, I hope this was a help to you. I know I kind of outlined a little bit of what it's all about and how you can get one going and different ways you could approach it. But hope you enjoyed it. Hope you appreciated it. And I look forward to seeing your success stories, seeing you on the beach of the world, and take care.